Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to talk about Genesis League goals and specifically the GLX token, what I want to do with that coin, why I'm holding it, or if I'm going to sell it. There's some significant value here. This token is not cheap and they're giving it away at an alarming rate. There's a lot of production, and the GLX token, despite its recent decline, I mean, frankly, the entire bear market is in massive decline, and so the GLX token perhaps is just one among many. But it being at 16.5 cents is dramatically lower than it was recently, and yet dramatically higher than it was 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And so where's this thing going? Should you be selling it if you're earning it for free through SPS staking? Is it best to double down and stake this thing? I mean, I feel strongly that it probably is destined for lower numbers. But am I going to sell it? I want to talk about it. This is a clip from a Splinterlands TV live event where myself and Jim Morgan get into it. I hope you'll stick around, stay tuned, like, and subscribe. Have an amazing day. God bless.
One thing we could do to help your earnings is let's turn some GLX into SPS.
That's right. Let's talk about some GLX.
Dude, it's ridiculously priced right now.
Mm.
And it's what, on Splinter Card APR is like 1700 right now.
Splinter Card APR is what?
Well, Splinter Card's telling you that what the APR is. I think it's like 1700.
17.
That's not including like the SPS that we have.
Let's go to Splinter Cards and have a peek at that. So Splinter Cards, this is my staking calculator. So I got 55,338 staked SPS on my main account, and then I've got 833 GLX. And so 154% APR right now, 1700 APR on the GLX. So I got to think this thing through. I don't fully understand what I'm seeing here.
Okay. What don't you understand?
So total staked GLX. I don't have, oh, I see. So the total staked GLX of all GLX that is staked is around 6 mil. Yeah, and then my share is like itty bitty. Daily rewards. My daily GLX is 39. That's pretty crazy. So like not $10 worth of GLX per day, theoretically, assuming the prices are staying stagnant, and they won't, but that's wild considering I didn't do anything to receive this GLX. Like I literally
right.
Yeah.
Just free.
I wish I played this angle with the 2 cent I honestly didn't look at this once until 4 days ago. And I just, because of Gathering the Magic's kind of insistence, I got in there and I staked my own. And I was surprised at that moment to see a 25 cent GLX token. And only later that day or the next day did I learn, like Butters and others, like we're buying it down at 2 cents and then selling it at around 25. That for a bear market moment, that's a really nice little.
That's huge,
right?
That's huge, dude. We're literally saying a 10x,
yeah,
a 12x,
yeah.
And we're not even talking about when it 20x then went to 40 cents for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a few hours ago is at 35 cents. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't see that being sustainable. Like I just, does anybody in the chat really believe this is going to keep going like this for a full year, for instance?
A full year? I can't see a full year. I could definitely see when it starts to get below 1,000% APR, then the coin could start to go down a little bit, because then we're talking about half the rewards that we're getting right now.
Yeah. Like as we start to receive close, you feel somewhere toward half is going to be like the marker where people are going to start saying, no, I'm not going to be buying it anymore. I'm going to actually,
or as much.
Yeah. And that's actually a slippery slope, because when they stop buying it as much and the same selling pressure continues to wave after wave after wave upon the reduced buyers, the price starts to decline. And then when the price declines, the rewards decline. When the rewards decline, there's even more selling pressure. So it can happen relatively quickly. Then again,
is also saying the other GLX faucets aren't on yet.
Who
I
said that?
believe pack staking should be coming soon.
Yeah, that's interesting. I have like 23 GLX in game liquid. Any thoughts on what to do with it? Birds, bees.
Ooh, that's hard, man.
I mean, I'm staking all of my tokens, but at the same time, I just made I think a pretty sound argument for why you should probably be liquidating and probably putting it into SPS. But
Yeah.
I'm staking, so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I'm actually considering like selling what I have, because I think I have 703 staked right now, and I think I just want to convert it. Like it's gonna drop how much I'm earning daily, but I'm also turning like what $200 into $200 worth of SPS, which I kind of really like.
Oops,
And which is how much?
5200 DEC, or I mean SPS.
Okay. Yeah. So like throwing out another 5K SPS to my pool, I would love that. And once I hit 100K, I mean I'm gonna be happy when I hit 100K.
Yeah.
SPS.
Yeah, that would
Like
be
getting back up to that point after having nodes, after using SPS to go ahead and get the Lux Vegas. If I can get back up to that point, along with having that other stuff, I'm gonna be really, really happy.
Yeah, man. So I'm kind of I don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to sell my stuff, but I think it makes a lot of sense to think about liquidating, because there's just the sell pressure is not stopping. It's not going to stop. In fact, it's going to heat up. And like just what would be, where's the logic in a long-term hold? Now I'm setting up for a long-term hold. So, I take that like for what it's worth, but I mean, frankly, I see a lot of reason for wanting to get rid of it, and not a lot of reason for really saying let's just keep on holding it right now.
And this whole APR thing of like it being ridiculously high, that number changes every single day. Every single day it just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. So it's like people thinking of, I'm going to hold on to this for a year, but that's only if the price stays the same for the year is you getting that much money. If you let's say you make 10 times your token, but the price goes back down to 2 cents, you lost money. Like sure you have the same, or you have far more coins, but you lost money than you could have just been selling it every single day.
Yeah.
While it was this high. Have you ever noticed of like, I don't know if it's more of a thing that we're just more determined learning about some stuff when we're kind of first getting into it, or when things are like extremely new. And then the more as we progress, is it just getting more complicated? Or do you think it's more of we're just not putting in the effort to understand this stuff?
I think it's a bit of the latter, but you know what? No, to be honest, it is probably both, right? Like the game has changed in a number of ways, and there's been new complexity brought into it. But I think my complacency is a part of that barrier. Like I was thirsty, 4 years ago or whatever, like desperate to like scratch and claw. I took my whole life savings and invested in crypto, and then lost most of it through bear market, suffering, and then found Splinterlands and decided to slowly go all in, like dollar cost averaging into untamed packs through DC arbitrage opportunities. And that took 6 months or something. And all of that was like, I was thirsty to try and figure out the best way to stretch my dollar into $2. And now I just don't feel the same way. Like I said to you, maybe when we started talking about GLX, I'm like, I got $200 sitting in there, and you'd think I spent 5 minutes articulating why I really believe it's going to go down in price. So I should sell every one of them. That would be the prudent thing to do. But I'm like, well, I don't know. Like who can be bothered? That's kind of the sad attitude, because I'm a little complacent, and that's why I find that new people to this game in this space have like the greatest opportunity for insane multiplication gains. That's why I really reject, like I find a lot of new people say whales are set up to benefit, new guys aren't. I totally disagree, and I find that the guys who are really eager in the way I just described are going to position themselves so well for next time.
Yeah. Whales don't really want to be as risky. I think you've said before it was like, you know, you made a lot of money into this game. You probably wouldn't go 100% in on something else like you've done in the past.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I sold my entire account to go put it all into GLX. Mm-hmm. There's no possible way that you would, or probably not going to do that, right?
No, I mean, even like $500 sounds totally just no way right now. And it's not because I think GLX is going to work out just fine in the long run. That's why I'm okay staking it. Because in part of me says too, like, you know, look, Dwayne, you're going to sell it for $200, and then what's going to happen? 4 years is going to go by, 3 years is going to go by, and GLX is going to be a thriving token. And the game's going to be not just one game, but like a series of games that you're going to be glad you had tokens in, or sad you don't. And knowing myself, I'll sell them for $200 and I'll never buy back again. And so I just leave it and I let it stake. And one day I'll come back here and be like, oh wow, like 100,000 GLX tokens. That's cool.